Hi and welcome to Breathe Yourself Young. This class is unique as it's a breath-driven movement experience as opposed to a workout with some breathing reminders. This class will improve core strength, it'll improve joint and spinal mobility, but pushing your body to its physical limits isn't the driving force of these sessions. It's working within the parameters of maintaining quiet, calm, low-volume breathing while in motion, getting friendly with the sensation of air hunger, and building your tolerance to higher CO2 pressures in your body. Any time you feel you want to abandon slow, quiet breathing, your breathing becomes audible, rapid, erratic, then stop the movement and assume any of the rest postures that I'll demonstrate throughout the class until a calm, nutritious breathing rhythm resumes. The title of this class is inspired by the 5 actions for restoring youth and vitality created over 2,500 years ago and is still practiced today by Tibetan monks. It's a whole body movement experience that requires no equipment other than a mat, just you, gravity, and of course your commitment to conscious breathing. We'll begin in standing, sensing the feet as they make contact with the floor. Distribute your weight evenly between the front, back, outer edge, and ball of the big toe. No one area in the foot should bear more load than another. Receive the downward flow of gravity and sense that upward anti-gravity support that fuels an effortless standing position. Breathing with the mouth closed, jaw relaxed, tongue drawn up to the roof of the mouth. Place your hands on your upper chest, and as you breathe in and out through the nose, can you sense the expansion, the growing and shrinking of the lungs? Interlace your hands and let's mimic the dome shape of the diaphragm. And when you inhale, allow your elbows to flare out to demonstrate the rib cage expanding, and flatten the hands, move them slightly down to demonstrate, to emphasize the downward contraction of the diaphragm on the inhale, the upward doming of the diaphragm on the exhale. Hands on the belly, breathing deeply, diaphragmatically, sensing a gentle expansion through the belly into the hands on the inhale and a emptying, gentle drawing inward on the exhale. We'll finish by integrating all 3 of these images, placing one hand low on the belly, one on the chest, using our body as an open cylinder, and our liquid breath fills through the bottom to the top, empties from the top to the bottom. Before we get into the movement, let's practice breathing into specific areas of the torso. Press the palms forward, elbows angled out, fingers in, and allow your upper body to round a bit, compressing through the front, and direct your breath into the space between the shoulder blades, into the mid-back. I'll remind you of this directed breathing when we get into the practice. Now let's reverse that. Interlace the fingers behind or reach the arms back, roll the shoulders open, lift the chest, and direct your breath now into the front of the body, front of the chest, opening and expanding from inside the body. The first of our 5 movements is called spinning. With arms reaching wide, eye gaze downcast, begin to slowly spin to the right or in a clockwise direction. Envision spinning slowly and tightly around your central axis, that imaginary line that travels through the center of the body. At the end of your 3 spins, assume a recovery stance. Feet close together will challenge your balance. You could also assume an offset stance as I'm demonstrating here, one foot slightly forward from the other. Eyes closed or open, you decide. I think you know what's more challenging. Recovery stance brings you back to breath awareness. We'll be making our way to the floor for the second movement, the J pose. Position yourself so your lower legs are off the mat. You can have the legs long and straight as well as the arms, or you can follow the variation with legs beginning bent and hands interlaced behind the head ready to support it. As you drop into a slow, quiet, rhythmic breathing pattern, be prepared to follow my pace for the actual movement. You're going to inhale to begin the movement, exhale, complete it, and then have 1 breath cycle for recovery. On the next slow inhale, can you lift head, shoulders, arms, bend the knees, and lift the legs up and off the floor, stretching them as much as you can. Exhale to return back down to a resting position. Stay for 1 breath cycle. Calmly inhale and exhale, preparing to start again. Inhale to lift the upper body, curl and unfurl the legs. Exhale to return back to rest. Stay resting for 1 slow inhale and exhale. Prepare for the last one. As you inhale and come up, can you breathe into the upper mid-back? Exhale to lower down and rest. Now as we prepare to transition from one movement to another, that's your time to take a breather, meaning you can take a break from the breathing rhythm set by me. Roll onto your side and then spin to a kneeling position facing your mat. Legs are parallel or slightly wider if that feels better on your knees. Feet close together, toes curled under or pointed, resting the tops of the feet on the floor. Arms long by the sides, ready for movement 3, front body opener. Inhale, slide the hands toward the backs of the thighs and lift the chest. Exhale, pass through upright into a little bit of forward flexion. Inhale, return to start position for 1 breath cycle. Exhale. Ready for round 2. Inhale, extend, elbows angle back, chest widens. Exhale through vertical into a little flexion. Inhale, back to start. Exhale, stay. You set the range, so respect your body. Inhale, open the chest. Allow the tail to curl under to open the hips. Exhale, flex forward. Inhale, return to upright. And exhale. We'll recover from this movement phrase by sitting back in a shell stretch, rounding the spine. Or you can go into a cat stretch if your knees and hips would prefer that. Calmly inhale and exhale, sending breath into the back body.